Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Miss Sidra Iqbal, course instructor, visiting teacher of the Department of History and Arts, Division of Arts and Social Sciences, University of Education, Lahore. Here I am with the course title Foreign Policy of Pakistan for the student of program of MA History with course code HIST 4116. So I am here with the continuation of our lecture Downfall of Soviet Union. As you know that this is a very huge topic, that's why we divided into parts. So today we will sum up this topic. So let's start. In first part we discuss origin and evaluation, date, location, participants. Then we discuss the factors, causes, collapse of Soviet Union. In this topic we will discuss results and outcomes of the downfall of Soviet Union and aftermaths of the downfall of Soviet of Union of Socialist Republic. So we are going to start our today's lecture. First of all, we will discuss the crime, cultural changings and social upheavals. The Soviet Union's collapse not only through economic systems and trade relations throughout Eastern Europe into a tailspin, it also produced the upheaval in many Eastern European countries and led to increased crime rates and corruption within Russian government. When the Soviet government fell, the Russian mafia, which had struggled to survive during the height of communism, stepped in to fill the power void. Government infrastructure ranging from basic public utilities to police services mostly evaporated during the collapse. Additionally, government payroll services almost completely disappeared. So ex-KGB officers, police officers and Soviet army soldiers flooded the mafia's ranks in search of steady employment. Dissolution and fall. The collapse of Soviet Union started in the late 1980s and was complete when the country broke up into 15 independent states on December 25, 1991. This signaled the end of the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States, because these two are the superpower of the world. But when Soviet Union collapsed, this also signaled the end of the Cold War, which started from the World War II when they came into being in the relationship of superpowers between Soviet Union and the United States. Collapse of Soviet Union, sequence of events that led to the dissolution of the Soviet Union on December 1991. The former superpower was replaced by 15 independent countries like Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Estonia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Latvia, Lithuania, Moldova, Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Ukraine, and Uzbekistan. During the 1960s and 1970s, the Communist Party elite rapidly gained wealth and power while millions of average Soviet citizens faced starvation. The Soviet Union's push to industrialize at any cost resulted in frequent shortages of food and consumer goods. Breadlines were common throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Soviet citizens often did not have access to basic needs such as clothing or shoes. The divide between the extreme wealth of the Politburo and the poverty of Soviet citizens created a backlash from younger people who refused to adopt Communist Party's ideology as their parents had. The USSR also faced foreign attacks on the Soviet economy. In the 1980s, the United States under President Ronald Reagan isolated the Soviet economy from the rest of the world. And helped drive oil prices to their lowest levels in decades. When the Soviet Union's oil and gas revenue dropped dramatically, the USSR began to lose its hold on Eastern Europe. Meanwhile, Gorbachev's reforms were slow to bear fruit and did more to hasten the collapse of the Soviet Union than to help it. A losing of controls over the Soviet people emboldened independence movements in the Soviet satellite of Eastern Europe. Political revolution in Poland in 1989 sparked other mostly peaceful revolutions across European states and led to the toppling of the Berlin Wall. By the end of 1989, the USSR had come apart at the seams. An unsuccessful coup by Communist Party hardliners in August 1991 sealed the Soviet Union's fate by diminishing Gorbachev's power and propelling democratic forces led by Boris Yeltsin Yeltsin to the forefront of Russian politics. On December 25, Gorbachev resigned as leader of the USSR. The Soviet Union ceased to exist on December 31st, December 1991. On the contrary, Perestroika tried to reform the Soviet system, which by that time demonstrated signs of degradation. His first reforms, the so-called acceleration of the economy, were supposed to unleash the potential of modernized socialism. Slavpenko calls these reforms new Stalinist because they were conducted in the same paradigm as the policies of Gorbachev's ruthless predecessors. Despite Gorbachev's best intentions, the economy failed to accelerate, and on the contrary, his ineffective policies led to a downward spiral that weakened the state. The Soviet system before Gorbachev had performed poorly with its with fits and starts, but due to his reforms, it simply stopped functioning in the socialist words. In the desperate search for ways to modernize the economy, Gorbachev started the radical process of demonetization that made the death of the Soviet system and empire inevitable as there appeared new actors, among whom was Boris Yeltsin, who wanted to create an independent Russia. This meant the inevitable demise of the USSR. The Soviet Socialist republics used their new freedom to feed growing independence movements. Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania were the first to demand freedom in 1989. Armenia, Moldova, Ukraine, and Georgia quickly followed suit. In 1990, the Communist Party voted to end one-party rule, opening the government to direct political opposition, and the newly created legislative body, the Russian Soviet Federated Socialist Republic, voted to officially leave the Communist Party of the Soviet Union (CPSU) and declare Russian sovereignty. The independent RSFSR, now Russia, held elections, and Boris Yeltsin became the first popularly elected president. In a final attempt at keeping the Soviet Union together, CPSU hardliners staged a coup in August 1991, kidnapping Gorbachev and ordering the military to suppress all protests. When the military refused to violently engage with its own people, the coup failed. Russia replaced the now irrelevant Soviet Union at the United Nations and took over its seat on the Security Council. Gorbachev resigned its leadership to Yeltsin, who completely eliminated the CPSU and officially dissolved the Soviet Union on December 24, 1991. Outcomes. I hope you can understand the downfall or collapse. Now we are going to discuss the outcomes. Dissolution of the Soviet Union into 15 independent republics, conclusion of the Cold War, declaration of the creation of the Russian Federation by Boris Yeltsin, establishment of Commonwealth of Independent States, republics move to adopt free market economies, aftermaths. The dismantling to the Soviet Union had many long-lasting effects on the global economy and the range foreign trade. Its downfall increased the United States' influence as a global power and created an opportunity for corruption and crime in Russia. It also propagated many cultural changes and social upheavals in former Soviet Union nations and smaller neighboring communist countries. Between 1989 and 1991, the gross national product in Soviet countries fell by 20%, ushering in a period of complete economic breakdown. I hope you can understand the factors of fall of Soviet Union. Then we discuss the outcomes and aftermaths. So now we are going to sum up this topic. In December of 1991, as the world watched its amazement, the Soviet Union disintegrated into 15 separate countries. Its collapse was hailed by the West as a victory for freedom, a triumph of democracy over totalitarianism, and evidence of the superiority of capitalism over socialism. The United States rejoiced as its formidable enemy was brought to its knees, thereby ending the Cold War, which had hovered over these two superpowers since the end of the World War II. Indeed, the breakup of the Soviet Union transformed the entire world political situation leading to complete formulation of political, economic, and military alliances all over the globe. Thank you so much, students. I hope you can understand this topic. If you have any problem or any question, you can call me or you can text me. Thank you so much.